lost. Over here, I'm a Boglin. Me and my buddies need a place to hide out.
Howdy Boglin Watchers, it's your number one Boglin Boy, Jim Sterling here with another edition of BoglinWASH, literally the most popular video series on the website youtube.com. And if you've just joined us today, which you have because the video's just started, I'm washing my Boglins. This has been a much requested feature by myself. Often think to myself, Jim, why don't you show the people all the Boglins that you're scrubbing, which is what I'm doing. There's one right there. We've got a container here with soapy water and a brush which I bought from the popular retail chain Target. Now, you want to pick a good brush. I picked this one because it's small sized, so you know, it's a good size for mini Boglins, and also it's got a wonderful bristle dispersion. Really can't recommend the bristle dispersion enough on that particular brush. And that's really good. So you're going to want good bristles because Boglins, mini Boglins, are by their nature very detailed. If I were to just pick one up here we have, I think this is a mini Boglin called Tell. I'll bring him up to the camera. Let's just let it focus on him for a second. As you can see, a lot of textures, very pock-marked. They kind of dug into him with a pen, I guess, the mould. So a lot of dirt gets in these cracks. Remember, these are pretty old. These are from the 90s. Look at his lovely little face. These are from the 90s and have been played with by children. Children get chocolate everywhere, pieces of biscuit, bits of their own shit. It's just what children do. So whenever you buy Boglins, you've got to be sure about hygiene, cleanliness, and just making sure these are fun to touch and play with. Which is why I'm giving my mini Boglins a good old scrubbing on camera for you. I got quite a few to get through. I bought what must be hundreds of them, and I've only just started the process of washing them. Some may consider this a laborious, boring thing to do, but for me, this is what Boglin watching is really all about. It's all about scrubbing your Boglins, putting your mark on them and saying, these Boglins, I cleaned those. I cleaned those Boglins. This one is called Prod. He's, I don't really have the other light set up, so I've only got the one light, so I've got to try and get them in the light, but also on camera for you to enjoy. He's got a little stick of dynamite. Well, not a stick of dynamite, he's got the detonator for dynamite. It's got TNT written on the box. And as a child, I used to have so much fun pushing his because he's rubbery, pushing it like that. So it's like he's pushing the stick to make it blow up. He was a member of the Joker's tribe. Got a big tub here. You might want to towel off smoothly your Boglins so they go in dry. Me, that just seems like too much effort, so I'm just throwing them in wet and hoping that won't cause a problem later. That's the best thing to do there. Obviously, different standards for different people, but you really do have to find the method of Boglin care that's right for you. Still haven't quite worked out what I'm going to do with some of the bigger Boglins, the actual rubber ones. These ones are all right. You know, these are, of course, mini Boglins, released in the 90s, little tiny figurines, really. You know, they're rubbery, but it's a hard rubber, and, you know, you can really get into the crevices and cracks with just soapy water. The soap I'm using is Simple Pleasures Fresh Cotton. It's a hand soap. It's not really designed for Boglins, but it was the closest soap to me when I started filming, so that's what we went with. Like that. So really, it's just more of this. This is my day now. This is my morning. Oh, we've got another tat. We just had a blue one of him. Now we've got a grey one. Some Boglins came in rather muted colours like this, grey, which I always find thematically more in keeping. Your greys, your greens, your sort of browns. The more mundane drab colours were more Boglin-ish, because they were more real, I guess. But of course, you know, things change. The 90s happened, so we get ones that are like that. Bright pink. This was one of the later tribes introduced in the line. This wasn't in the first series of Boglins. This is one of the army guys, which is a different tribe. If you've seen our video on Boglin lore, and I highly recommend it, you'll learn about how the mini Boglins were all separated into thematic tribes. This one's a messenger. That was another newer thing they introduced in the series. If you can see, he's got a little envelope etched onto his side. That means he's a messenger. That had some function or something, I think. Now, I'm okay with the Boglins that I'm scrubbing here, but in some situations you'll find that some of them have stickers on the underneath. They're heat sensitive stickers, and dirt won't come off. Mr. Bad Fun. I suppose the Boglin purist in me just prefers the original ones. The original, your browns, like I say, your browns, your greys, your greens. It's just, I like to think of Boglins as real. And in my heart they are real. You know, I like pink as much as the next guy. I like a nice, bright, vibrant pink. They kind of break the magic for me a little bit. I don't mind it too much, because they are pink. We've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We've done 8 Boglins so far. And we've got a big cost cutter bag full of them. Absolutely chock full of them. So this video doesn't change from here. You are, right now, watching a grown man wearing gloves, scrubbing small plastic toys from decades ago. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But this one's a jester, and this is one of the medieval tribe, again a later tribe, actually. I like jesters. And there are different rarities assigned to different colours of Boglins. And that's before we get into the glow-in-the-dark mini Boglins, the silver and gold mini Boglins, which I will not be looking at in great detail here. We'll have a look at scouts and chieftains and spies and all of that malarkey at another date, because, you know, eBay's been a bit quiet, and I'm desperate for content for this hot, brilliant series that everybody loves. I feel like I'm wasting my time with this one. Trog, I think, is the name of this one. He's the chieftain of the Clumsies tribe. Now, not only do I have several of him, including, I think, a gold and a silver one, so I don't care much for this. You notice his big finger. He's got a big finger because it's big because he hit it with his hammer, hilariously. That's been chewed. You see about these children? They're goddamn fucking animals. Oh, here's a gold one. There is one gold one in here because it was in the original, the first box shipment I got. The others are in a little baggie. But I've got a gold one here. I'll get it nice and scrubbed up, make them presentable for you. Kinda gold, with a real green tint to it. But that's what a gold mini Boglin looked like. Unless you got one of the cool dudes. Oh, speaking of which, there's one here. The cool dudes were packed into breakfast cereal. I think it began with a C. No, Origin. It might have been Golden Grahams, which doesn't begin with a C. I think it was Golden Grahams. It was a special tribe that it was mostly slightly remodeled versions. The majority of them were remodeled versions of the regular mini Boglins, but smaller. And they came in some sharp neon colours. So here's a cool dude. You see there. One of the more original designs, actually. Some of the others are just reworked versions, like I say, of existing Boglins. And they had gold variants, but they were bright gold, and they are very rare to get hold of. Every now and then you might see them appear on eBay, but they fetch a pretty penny. Anyone from the Little Rubber Guys forum, if they see them, they jump on them. I don't want to go too deep into mini Boglin collecting, because I've got enough on my plate with the regular Boglins. Finally did get a Bog of Bones for those interested. The Skellington version of the Halloween Boglins. So that's cool. And we'll be looking at that in October. So that's something to look forward to, because this series, mark my effing words, will still be around by October of this year. You mark my effing words. You might be hearing some gross noises as well while I talk. That's just my dog wandering around. He's very flustered by the activity going on here. He'd love to get his hands on these little things. I mean, he doesn't have a hand. He's a dog. I'm probably going to stop filming in a second, because frankly, I'd be shocked if anyone watched this the whole way through. Because I thought this would be riveting entertainment. I mean, in my mind, thought to myself, watching Jim Sterling, the #1 Boglin Boy, washing Boglins. I mean, that's bliss. But it's... oh my God, what the fuck is coming off those things?